Hello, my name's Erin. This is Yoga 30 at Tame Fitness. So I want you to start in a seated position with your legs crossed, or if it's more comfortable, just having your legs spread out in front of you, extended out. So as you get started, I want you to make sure your both sitting bones are evenly down on the mat, just letting your legs relax, fall away towards the mat. Sitting tall, spine and neck extended, shoulders relaxed, arms resting on your knees. And I want you to just close your eyes and start to draw your attention to your breathing, to each inhale and a slow, deep exhale out. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4, and a nice slow exhale out. Just taking your hands, one hand onto your stomach, one hand onto your chest. As you breathe in, feel the chest rise all the way into your stomach and slowly out. So we're starting to use your diaphragm, breathing in deeply as you feel your stomach expand and slowly back out again. And I want you to start to just feel your breath, paying attention to how you feel, and bring this into your practice. Slowly opening your eyes, just take your hands out toward the side, and we're going to take your right ear over to your right shoulder. As you breathe in, we're going to look up towards the ceiling, going all the way around, and exhale down, tucking your chin. So we're doing this in time with your own breathing, so breathe in, look up to the ceiling, and exhale out. So you're kind of drawing a circle with your chin. So once more, all the way up, and exhale down. Over to the other side, so left ear to left shoulder. Inhale, looking up, and exhale down, tucking the chin, sitting tall. Inhale up. I'm going to go around once more. Exhale, tuck the chin. Okay, coming back to center. Taking the hands to your shoulders, we're just going to move into the shoulders, so circle the arms and the other directions. We're just bringing warmth here. Okay, then when you're ready, arms by the side, left hand comes down to the mat, right arm comes up and over. So you're stretching into the side body here, top shoulder stays down. Keep the core in. Inhale, come back to center. Hands out in front of you, you're going to walk the hands out, both sitting bones still down, forearm comes down, and we're going to exhale, relax the neck. Inhale, come back to center, hands behind you, fingers facing the back of the room. As you inhale, looking up, open the chest, arching the spine, tuck the chin, come back to center. Now we're going to go to the right side, so right hand down, left hand comes up and over. Remember that top shoulder stays in. Inhale, come back. Exhale, walk the hands out, forearms down. Try and relax the neck. Then you come back to center as you inhale, hands behind you, and open the chest. Tuck the chin, back to center. We're going to take the knees under us. Now, if you want to, you can, if this is tough on your knees, you can keep your stay in seated forward fold. And I want you to, we're going to work into the wrists, okay? So if you take your forearm out in front of you, making sure your elbow is into your side body. Left hand comes around your right forearm, so holding quite firmly. Hand stretched out, making sure your thumb and fingers are together. And we're just going to move into the wrist. So we're going to try and do 5 on each side. So it's just a small movement, but making sure you're keeping that movement to your wrist only. And the other side. So in yoga, when you're in a lot of poses, you're working quite a lot into your wrists, in downward dog, for example. So there's a lot of pressure on your wrists, so it's important to warm them up. Okay, just move the fingers and go to the other side. So right hand around your left forearm, Fingers spread, and then moving into the wrist. Doesn't have to be a big movement. Okay, and to the other side. Just making sure you're holding your forearm firmly. Okay, and just scrunching the fingers. So from here, we're going to interlace the fingers behind our back. We're going to inhale, look up towards the ceiling, and exhale, tucking the chin, rounding the spine. Inhale, looking up, and exhale to tuck the chin. Once more, inhale, exhale, tuck the chin. Right hand, the back of the right hand comes to the outside of the left thigh. Left hand comes behind you as you inhale, sit tall. Exhale to twist. Try and keep those shoulders relaxed. Your hips are remaining square, so you're twisting from the top of the spine. Other side, so left hand to the outside of the right thigh. Inhale, sit tall, and exhale, twist. So you can look over your shoulder, or if you want to look further behind you for a deeper twist. From here, we're going to come back to center, and we're going to come into all fours position. So making sure your knees are under your hips, wrists are under your shoulders. We're going to come into a neutral spine position. So just be aware of where your spine is, your belly button is tucked in. Okay, take a few moments to breathe here, fingers are spread, weight evenly distributed. We'll go for a couple of rounds of cow and cat. So as you inhale, you tilt the pelvis, you open the chest, looking out in front of you. Exhale, tucking the chin in, and you're rounding the spine, looking towards your belly button. Inhale, and I want you to do this in time with your own breathing. Okay, and just being aware of how your spine feels, so you're moving into the spine, starting to warm it up. We're going to go for 2 more. Okay, and then 1 more. Don't worry if you can't keep up, just do that in time with your own breathing. From here, we are going to take the knees wide, and we're going to bring your toes together into child's pose. So you're bringing your hips down towards your feet, extending the arms, fingers still spread, forearms down, resting the head down on the mat, breathing in, and a slow exhale out. And when you really breathe in, we want to breathe into the ribs, into the back body, feel the ribs expand, and a slow breath out. We're going to come up slightly, so bring your hips a bit higher, walk the hands a bit further out. So we're going to come into a bit of a shoulder stretch. I want you to make sure your spine is still in a neutral position, so there's no back bend here. So just tucking your hips slightly, forearms are off the mat, so it's just your hands that are on the mat, and you just feel that stretch as you bring your torso just a little bit down towards the mat. And then we're going to come back into all fours, bring the knees back, tuck the feet under into forward fold. So we're coming into Uttanasana. We're going to breathe in, hands come to your shins, so we're coming into a half lift. And I want you to extend through the lower spine, out through the crown of the head. Core is engaged, exhale down. We're going to inhale, rise up to extended mountain, forward fold all the way back down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. If you need to bend the knees here, please do, and then come up. Inhale, rise slowly. Forward fold, bending the knees, hinging from the hips. Once more, inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, rise. And exhale, forward fold. Here in Uttanasana, we're going to inhale and take the right leg back, so we come into a low lunge. Making sure your knee is under or over your ankle. And as we exhale, so a slow inhale here, and exhale, we're going to take the hips back, start to straighten that left leg. So it doesn't matter if you can't get it completely straight, so just go with what works, what feels good for you. Exhale here, inhale, take the foot down, relax those shoulders, take it back. Try and relax the top body, your shoulders. Inhale, sinking the hips. Exhale, take it back. And inhale, come back. So you can go with that option with the knee down if you want to take it a little bit further. Untucking the right foot, we're going to take the knee off, so we're now in a higher lunge. And we're going to inhale, exhale, take it back. Inhale, sink in those hips. Exhale, shift them back. One more, inhale, and exhale, take it back. From here, we're going to bring the right foot forward, so we're back in forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release, bending the knees. Inhale, rise up. And go straight back into it, so forward fold all the way down. We're going to bend the knees, take the left leg back. Remember, knee under the ankle. And we're going to take a deep inhale. Exhale, shifting the hips back. Inhale. Exhale. Just remembering that exhale is just as important as your inhale. One more on this side. And take it back. Maybe stay with that version you did before, but if you want to come with me, you can untuck the left foot, take the knee off. We're going to take the hips back, try and keep those legs straight. Take it back, sinking the hips down. One more. Okay, bend the knee, bring the left foot to meet the right, so we're back in forward fold. We're going to rise up, hands to heart center and down. We're going to come into our sun salutation. So now you should be feeling a little bit warmer. I want you to start at the top of your mat in Tadasana. So in Tadasana, your big toes are together and you've got a little gap in your heels. We're going to start with, so your tailbone is tucked under and hands out in front of you. Inhale, hands come up to extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold, hinging from the hips. Hands frame the feet. We're going to bend the knee, take the right leg back, bringing the knee down, ankle under the knee. Relax the shoulders, hands come down, hold the breath, and we're taking the left leg back to meet the right. Exhale, coming down with the chin in the chest, elbows in, brushing the side body. As you inhale, take the hips down, sliding the hands out on the forearms to Sphinx pose. Making sure elbows under the shoulders, lengthen through the neck. As we exhale, we slide the hands under the shoulders, push back all the way to child's pose. Your next inhale, we come up into all fours position, bringing that right foot forward. If you can't quite get it there, just taking the ankle and bring it to where the right hand is. Left hand comes down. We're going to extend that right arm out in front of us. Take it forward, and then we're going to bring it back behind. So we're going to lengthen through that arm. As it gets to the top, we just turn the hand, take it back behind us. We've got a nice twist. Once more, so lengthen and take it back. Place the hand down, untuck the left foot, come back into Uttanasana. We're going to rise to extended mountain and all the way back into forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, bending the knees. Hands come down to frame the feet. Taking the left leg back as you inhale. Hands come down, hold the breath. Right leg comes back. We're going to exhale, chin and chest comes down. Elbows in. Inhale, hips come down. Forearms out in front of you. Under the shoulders, lengthen through the neck. Exhale, slide the hands under the shoulders, push back through the hands into child's pose. We're going to come up into all fours, bring that left foot forward, sinking into the hips. Okay, keeping those hips square. Your right arm comes down, lengthen through that left hand all the way to the fingertips. And then we're going to take it back for a twist, inhale, and then bring that arm back. So we're really working into that shoulder joint, and all the way back again. Hand comes down, untuck the right foot, forward fold. We're going to come up, extended mountain, forward fold all the way back down, hinging from the hips. The hands come down. Going to take the right leg back into equestrian pose, hands down. Hold the breath, taking the left knee back. Exhale, come down. Remember keeping those elbows in, nice and tight. Releasing the hips as you inhale, sliding the forearms out into Sphinx pose. Take a slow exhale and push back to child's pose. Just taking a few breaths here, breathing into the ribs. Rising up into all fours. We bring that right foot forward, keeping the knee over the ankle. From here, we're going to take the left arm down. Your right arm comes up as you exhale, and then we're going to come down, inhale with the elbow. We're going to do a few of these. So exhale, arm comes up, down, coming to a twist. That's 3, 4, one more, 5. Okay, hands come together. We're just going to shift those hips back, so making sure your tailbone is tucked under. Your arms come up towards the ceiling. Keep those those shoulders down. So facing forwards, and you can look out in front of you, or if you want to make it a little bit harder, you can look up towards the ceiling and maybe come into a slight back bend. Just remembering to keep breathing, try and keep the ribs down. Come back to center. We're going to take the right arm down towards the mat, so just let it relax there, and we're going to lean over slightly towards the right side. So you feel that nice stretch down the front of your thigh, through the hips. So you can take that as far as you want to. Then we come forward and down with the hands, untucking the left foot, forward fold, exhale as you get there, rising up to extended mountain, forward fold, back into Uttanasana. Left leg comes back, taking the hands down, hold the breath, come back with the right leg. As we come down, we keep those elbows in, so come down with a chin and chest. Then we inhale, sinking the hips down, coming into Sphinx pose. And lengthen through the neck. Exhale down, hands under the shoulders, push back to child's pose. So last time on this side, so coming into all fours. Left leg comes forward. Right hand comes down. We're going to twist, exhale up. Inhale, take that elbow down. Coming up for a twist, that's 2, elbow down, 3, 4, one more, and 5. Bringing the hands together. Again, just shifting those hips back, tucking the tailbone, hands come up. Bring those shoulders down. Again, looking out in front of you if you feel a bit unbalanced, or if you want to look up towards the ceiling and come back slightly. You feel this deeper into your right thigh. Come back to center. We take the left arm down and then just leaning over slightly, but just making sure you're moving from the top of your body, your shoulders, your upper spine. There's no movement in your hips here. Hands come down, untuck the right foot, and come back into forward fold, one more to half lift. Those that haven't done downward dog before, I want you to really bend your knees, rest the hands down the mat, fingers are spread, okay? So you're using your hands, not just your wrists, so really working into the hands. We're going to step back with both feet, so hips are high. I want you to keep your knees bent, feet are at hip distance, both arms are straight. And the reason I want you to keep your knees bent, so the main aim of the pose is you don't want your legs straight and your back sort of bent, knees bent, and your spine is completely lengthened. So you can really work into the shoulders, through the arms and into the back. We're just going to shake the head out, yes and no, so just in all directions. We're going to look towards the feet, take a few breaths here. And then on your next inhale, we're just going to roll forward, and as you do, we slowly bring the knees down to the mat, untuck the toes, and we're going to come down to keeping the elbows in. We're going to take the chest down, and then as you inhale, roll the shoulders back. We're going to take the chest off the mat, come off with the hands. So we're working into the lower back here. Engage the glutes, so hands off, keeping your chin tucked. This will help lengthen your spine. Hands come down. We're going to push back into all fours and then come off with the knees and back into downward dog. So we're going to repeat this a few times. So inhale, roll out, taking the knees down, untuck the toes. Exhale, elbows in, coming all the way down. Inhale, roll the shoulders, the chest comes off. Again, so working into your glutes here. This will help protect your lower back. Hands come down, exhale, push back, tuck the toes, downward dog. We'll just do this a couple times more, just a bit faster. So inhale, knees down, untucking the toes, exhale, bring the body down, roll the shoulders, chest comes off with the hands, tuck the toes, all fours and downward dog. Once more, inhale, exhale, come down, inhale, roll the shoulders, and exhale, come back to downward dog. Just walking through the feet here, so bending the knee, extending the other leg. Okay, we're going to come into a deep knee bend, and we're going to bring the right foot forward between the hands. Now from here, I want you to bring the hands round, shift with the feet, so the feet are facing the long length on the mat. And then I want you to take them just slightly out on an angle. I'm just going to work into the legs, so just bending the knees, shifting from one side to the other. Just bring some heat back into the legs. And then we're going to come over onto the left side. Just take that foot out so it's facing the corner of the mat. The chest comes over the thigh, and we're going to start to lengthen, so straighten that left leg. And if you can't completely straighten the leg, it doesn't matter if it's a bit bent. So just working with how your body feels here, just listening to how it feels, remembering to breathe. Breathe into the stretch, bend the knee, come back with the foot, and we're going to shift over to the right side. So just taking that foot out towards the corner of the mat, and we're going to take that leg back. Maybe you notice there's a difference on this side. Maybe you can come back further. Okay, so just breathing into the stretch. Bend the knee, come back to center. So now both feet are facing the front of the room. We're going to make sure that spine is straight. So making sure both feet are flat on the mat. Left hand comes down into the center. Your right arm comes up for a twist. You might feel it can't get all the way, or it's easier to just rest the back of the hand just on the back of the left hip. And swap over. So right hand comes down to the center. The left arm comes up. Just take it to where you feel is more comfortable. And coming back down. We're going to come round with the feet, taking both knees down towards the edges of the mat. Toes together, so it's almost the start of child's pose. We're going to take the hands down, spread the fingers, hips back. We're going to inhale, open the chest. Exhale, tucking the chin, rounding the spine. Inhale, and you're moving with your hips here as well. So you're working into the hips, the shoulder, the upper body. One more as you round the spine and open out as you inhale. Now we're going to extend the arms to child's pose, spreading the fingers, taking the arms down, resting the forehead on the mat. Again, breathing into the back body, into the ribs, as you start to slow your central nervous system. One more inhale, and a nice slow breath out. We're going to come onto our backs as you come round. So take the legs round and slowly coming down onto your backs. I want you to tuck the knees in, so the spine is straight, tucking these into the chest. Releasing the knees, just take the legs over to the right side. Arms come over to the left for a twist. Coming back with the head, the knees, and we slowly take them over to the left side. Arms over to the right, and looking down your right arm. Come back to center, so come back with the head, the knees, and we're going to come into relaxation. If you want to, you can extend the legs. If this is a bit tough on your lower back, take the feet out to the edges of the mat and let the knees fall in to the center. Okay, arms by your side, hands or palms facing the ceiling. I want you to close your eyes, relaxing the head down on the mat. Start to feel your breath slow, your heart rate start to slow down. We're going to breathe in all the way into the stomach and slowly breathing out. Again, so just working with your breath, trying to calm the body back down. Okay, you can either stay here if you want to for a longer relaxation, or if you want to come up, you're just going to bend the knees towards the chest, just slowly rocking on the back and slowly come up into a seated position. And thank you for practicing with me today.